Welcome back to my channel, Medasvi Commerce Classes. So, hope so. You people are good and you have done your preparatory exam very well. Now we'll move on to the chapter 2, 1 mark questions. In the previous videos and all, I've discussed only with the chapter 1, 1 mark questions. So, I'm going to discuss chapter 2, 1 mark questions today. And in each day, I'll take one chapter, so that within 10 days we are going to complete with this 1 mark questions in your business studies. As soon as I complete this 1 mark questions, I'll move on to your accountancy, because apart from that I hope there is no much to discuss in your business studies. Now we'll move on to this chapter 2, principles of management. So what are the 1 mark questions which we are going to discuss today in this particular chapter? Whatever I am discussing here, that is totally the question bank which is given by your PU department, because we are expecting all the questions are going to come from this question bank only. So let us discuss with this. Okay, what do you mean by this principles of management? Principles of management is nothing but these are the some truths which will helps the manager or which will guides the manager to take the decisions in the organization. See, so many problems will be arising, so many situations we are going to see it in our in our workplace and all. So these are the things which will give some guidelines, some some support to the managers to take the decisions in the organization. These are universally applicable. Everyone is going to apply this principles, because these principles were given by the experience of so many managers. Okay, so now we'll move on to the 1 more questions which comes here. Principles of management or not? Again, you have to see this. They are asking or not. So here they have given a features of your principles of management. So universal is a feature of your principal management. It is flexible. It is behavioral in nature. So the answer is principles of management are not absolute. How are principles of management are formed? So in a laboratory, by experience of the manager, experience of the customers, by propagation of social scientists. That is, the answer is by experience of the managers. Principles of management are significant because of why they are important. Why these principles of management are important? Because these principles of management tells you the optimum utilization of the resources which are available in your organization. That's why this plays a very, very important role. So the answer is optimum utilization of resources. Next, who is this Henry Fayol? Henry Fayol is a father of the general management. F.W. Taylor is the father of the scientific management. This one we all know that. But who was actually this Henry Fayol? Henry Fayol was a social scientist. He is not a mining engineer, production engineer, accountant. No, he is a social scientist. Which of the following statement best describes the principle of division of work? See, whatever I am discussing here, no need to read it everything. Once clearly with concentration, if you see this entire video, that questions will automatically go to your mind. So keeping that thing in your mind, you can answer it in the examination when you get such questions. Which of the following statement best describes the principle of division of work? So division of work, why we are going to do this division of work? Basically, if you are going to allot the entire work to a single person, you can't perform it. So what you are supposed to do, first you have to divide that work into a simple tasks, small tasks. Then you can allot that individual task to the individual person, so it can be done with a more effective manner. That is a major thought about your division of work. So here, what is the following statement best describes the division of work? Work should be divided into the small task. Yes, obviously, I already told you the work should be divided into the small task. Labor should be divided. No. Resources should be divided among the jobs. No. It leads to specialization. No. Work should be divided into small tasks. He or she keeps machines, materials, tools, etc. ready for operations by concerned workers. Who will keep everything ready for the operation? Who is going to do that? Instruction card clerk, repair boss, speed boss, gang boss. Who is going to do all those things? That will be done by your gang boss. Gang boss is a person who is going to keep all your materials, your tools, your machines which are ready for doing the operations in your business. Which of the following is not a principle of management given by Taylor? Again, not. Negative question. not a principle of management given by Taylor. What are the different principles of management given by Taylor? Science, not rule of thumb. Harmony, not discard. Cooperation, not individualism. So these are the a few principles which are given by the F.W. Taylor. So here what they are telling, science not rule of thumb, yes it is a principle. Functional foremanship, yes functional foremanship is not a principle. Maximum not restricted output, you are not going, you should not restrict the output, you should you should give the output at a maximum level. That is also one of the principle which is given by the F.W. Taylor. And harmony not discord, so the answer is functional foremanship. Management should find one best way to perform a task. So what is a one best way to perform a task? Which technique of scientific management is defined in the sentence? This here it is time study. What is the time which is required for you people to complete that particular task? Time study tells you. What does your motion study tells you? Motion study tells you about movements like lifting the objects, putting the objects, all those things. Fatigue study, the intervals what you are supposed to give it to the employee while performing a task. Method study, there will be always one best way to doing the job. That is what you mean by your method study. So the answer is one best way to perform a task is method study. Which of the following statements best describes mental revolution? What do you mean by mental revolution? Mental revolution is nothing but you have to bring a complete change in the attitude of the workers as well as the management. Both should feel that both the workers as well as management are important in the organization. It is nothing but complete change in the attitude of the people. So what describes mental revolution? It implies change of attitude. Yes, very good. The management and workers should not play a game of upmanship. Both management and workers require each other. Workers should be paid more. It implies change of attitude. So, which of the following statement best describes mental revolution? It implies the change of the attitude. Basic aim of functional foremanship is, what is the major importance of this functional foremanship? So, not to provide free time to workers? No. Not to divide the worker? No. To separate planning functions from the execution function. So you have to have a separate set of planning functions and you have to have a separate set of execution function. This is the answer. Now fill in the blanks by choosing appropriate answers. Dash is known as the father of scientific management. Father of scientific management is F.W. Taylor. Dash is the new technique of management developed on the basis of principles of management. Which is the new technique of management developed on the basis of principles of management, that is just in time. The amount and frequency of rest intervals in completing a task is determined. Rest, you have to give the rest, right? That is fatigue study. Complete change in the attitude of the workers and management towards each other is called, just now I discussed, mental revolution. Dash is called the father of general management. Fayol, Henry Fayol. Dash principle state that there is a place for everything and everyone, and everything should be in its place. That is order. The principle which is given by the Henry Fayol. Everything, there will be a place. Everything should be kept at that particular place, right? Okay. So next, match the following. F.W. Taylor. F.W. Taylor has given the piece wage system. Time study. Time study comes under your functional foremanship. Time study is nothing but standard time which is required for a well-defined job. Repair boss, functional foremanship. Kiran Mazumdar Shah, Biocon. Unity of direction, one head, one plan. Esprit de corps, team spirit. Esprit de corps, team spirit. Okay. Next. Answer the following questions in one word or one sentence. I think this one you people can read it because it will be there in your textbook only. What is standardization according to the Taylor? What do you mean by standardization according to Taylor? See, it is nothing but for every activity there will be some standards. You have to set the standard for every activity. Like if you want to get the raw material, it should be a standard raw material, standard time should be set, standard product should be purchased, like that. Every activity involves a standard. That is what you mean by standardization. What is the aim of simplification according to the Taylor? See, to do one task there will be so many unnecessary activities will be involved. So you have to eliminate. If you want to simplify the performance of the task, you have to eliminate the unnecessary activities which are involved in performing that task. So that is simplification. Who advocated the separation of planning and execution function in the organization? F.W. Taylor. Identify the technique of scientific management which is an extension of principle of division of work and specialization of to the shop floor. Functional foremanship. State the role of inspector in functional foremanship. What he will do? Inspector. What the work of inspector in the functional foremanship? He will check the quality of the work. Quality of work. State the objective of method study. There will be one best method to do a job. That is objective. How many principles given by Henry Fayol? 14 principles. Which management principle of Fayol advocates that there should be only one boss for individual employee? There should be only one boss. That is unity of command. Unity of command. When is gangplank used? Gangplank is used in case of emergency. Emergency. Workers should be encouraged to develop and carry out their plans for improvement. Identify the particular principle of management by Henry Fayol. You should be encouraged. You should encourage them to give up their plans. That is initiative. Which principle of management suggests the concept of replacing I with we? Spirit the crop. Spirit the crops. Okay, 2 more questions I have already discussed with you people. So I hope you people have understood with all the 1 mark questions which I have discussed in your principles of management. Prepare well for your examination. Don't go with the idle with your 1 mark questions. Please read with all the 1 mark question to score out of out in your examination. So stay tuned to my channel until I upload a next video in your business environment regarding your 1 mark question. Until then, bye bye.